Alright guys, we're diving into the wild world of tech again. And this time things are getting seriously futuristic. We're talking about a device that ditches the screen entirely, the Humane AI Pin. Yeah, you heard that right, a screenless device. Now before you click away thinking this is some Black Mirror episode, hear me out. This little gadget is trying to redefine how we interact with technology and each other. It's ambitious, it's different, and honestly it's kind of blowing my mind. The big question everyone's asking is, can this thing actually replace our beloved smartphones? I mean, let's be real, we're glued to these things. But the AI Pin wants to free us from the constant notifications, the endless scrolling, the digital overload. It's a bold vision, and I'm both excited and a little skeptical. But hey, that's what tech reviews are for, right? Let's break this thing down. We're used to sleek slabs of glass and metal, but the AI Pin throws that out the window. It's this small, almost unassuming device that clips onto your clothing. No screen, just a sleek design and a bunch of tech crammed inside. Is it weird? Yeah, a little, but is it kinda cool? Also, yes, it's definitely turning heads and sparking conversations, which is already more than I can say for some incremental phone upgrades these days. The real question is, can a device this small and different really change the way we use technology? Buckle up, because we're about to find out. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The Humane AI Pin is all about being small, discreet, and incredibly powerful. It's packed with tech we've seen in smartphones, but with a twist. Think AI on steroids, ready to answer your questions, translate languages on the fly, and even help you navigate with nothing but your voice. Voice is the name of the game here. No more tapping on glass. You literally just talk to this thing. Ask it for directions, tell it to send a message, or have it summarize that super long email you've been avoiding. It feels like you've got your own personal assistant, minus the awkwardness of asking another human for help with every little thing. But wait, there's more. This thing also uses hand gestures. It's like something out of Minority Report, but Tom Cruise and more everyday practicality. You can swipe through menus, dismiss notifications, and even control music playback with a flick of your wrist. It's surprisingly intuitive and responsive. And then there's the laser projector. Yeah, you read that right, a freaking laser. It beams information onto any surface, turning your hand into a makeshift screen. It's pretty wild to see in action and surprisingly functional. It's not going to replace a full-blown display for watching movies, but for quick notifications, checking the time, or even making a call, it gets the job done. Alright, time for the real test. I ditched my smartphone for 48 hours and went full AI Pin. Was it a liberating experience or a descent into tech-induced frustration? The answer, my friends, is a little bit of both. The first few hours were definitely an adjustment. I'm so used to having my phone glued to my hand and the phantom buzzing was real. But as the day went on, something strange happened. I started to feel lighter, less tethered to the digital world. I found myself more present in conversations, more aware of my surroundings. Using the AI Pin in the real world was definitely an experience. Asking it for directions while walking felt surprisingly natural, and the voice translations came in clutch when ordering food at a restaurant with a language barrier. The gesture controls took a bit more getting used to, but by the end of the 48 hours, I was swiping and tapping like a pro. But it wasn't all smooth sailing, there were definitely moments of frustration. The battery life, for example, needs some serious work. I constantly found myself needing to recharge, which kind of defeats the purpose of ditching your phone. And let's be real, talking to a device clipped to your chest still feels a little weird in public. I got a lot of strange looks, let me tell you that. Okay, let's talk about what this thing gets right. First and foremost, the minimalist design is a breath of fresh air. In a world of bulky tech, this thing is refreshingly discreet. It just blends into your clothing, almost disappearing until you need it. And the AI, it's seriously impressive. This isn't just some glorified voice assistant, it's like having a super smart sidekick with you at all times. The language translation alone is worth the price of admission, and the ability to quickly access information without pulling out my phone is a game changer. But perhaps the biggest win for me is the reduced distractions. This thing is designed to keep you connected without sucking you into the digital abyss. You get the information you need when you need it, and then you're free to go back to living your life. And let's not forget about privacy. In a world where our data is constantly being harvested and sold, the AI Pin feels like a refreshing change of pace. It's designed with privacy in mind, keeping your information local and secure. Alright, time for a dose of reality. As cool as the AI Pin is, it's not without its flaws. The learning curve, for one, is pretty steep. It takes a while to get used to using your voice and gestures for everything. And even then, there are times when you just want to tap a button or swipe through a menu the old-fashioned way. Then there's the price. This thing is not cheap. In fact, it's significantly more expensive than most high-end smartphones on the market. And for that price, I'd expect something that works flawlessly. Which brings me to my next point. Remember what I said about the battery life? Yeah, it's a real problem. I'm lucky if I can get through a full day of moderate use without needing to recharge. And let's be real, constantly needing to juice up your screenless wonder kind of defeats the purpose of ditching your phone in the first place. And then there's the social awkwardness. Look, I get it, talking to a device clipped to your shirt is going to turn heads. And not always in a good way, it's just not quite there yet in terms of social acceptability. I found myself constantly explaining what it was and how it worked, which got old fast. So, the million-dollar question, is the Humane AI Pin the future of technology, or is it just another expensive gadget that will be forgotten in a year? Honestly, it's too early to say for sure. It's a truly innovative device with the potential to change the way we interact with tech, but it's also got some serious drawbacks that need to be addressed. The battery life needs to be significantly improved, the price needs to come down, and the social stigma needs to disappear. Until then, I think it's going to remain a niche device for early adopters and tech enthusiasts. But even if the AI Pin itself doesn't become the next iPhone, it represents a shift in thinking that I think is here to stay. The idea of moving away from screens, of interacting with technology in a more natural and intuitive way, is something I can definitely get behind. The comments section is calling. Alright guys, that's my take on the Humane AI Pin. It's a fascinating device that's both exciting and frustrating in equal measure, but now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the idea of a screenless future? Would you ever ditch your smartphone for something like the AI Pin? Let me know in the comments below.